All right. So, man, these people never, ever, ever give up. They never stop lying, y'all. They never, ever stop lying. And I don't understand. So, ADOS's fearless leader did a video. Just came to my attention. I guess she did it a couple of days ago, or whatever the case may be. And her and the NIMI-nominated producer, Antonio Moore, for folks who's claiming this is over, that we've moved on from the bishop, they sure keep my name in their mouth, and they sure keep tweeting about me and discussing me and stuff like that. So she went on and said some stuff. Tone said some stuff, which were all lies. I mean, their whole account of what happened is just pure fantasy. I mean, it's just straight up fantasy. It didn't happen that way at all. And sound like an ambulance or something outside, fire truck or something going on out there. Maybe they're going to put the fire, ADOS fire out, because that house is on fire for real, for real. So I'm just going to address it briefly because I got to go preach tonight. I got to preach at a service. My good friend and brother, Pastor Thomas Robinson. So let me just, matter of fact, I'll just play her and she'll lie, and then I'll come back and give you my piece after you hear and see what she had to say.
Where we're at now is it's time to do politics. It's time to recognize wins. Shout out again to all the ADOS that were out there today on the steps of different marches all across the country. But I can't be your racial psychiatrist. I can't do that and push for reparations. I can't have you on one night saying, why did you attack the reverend? On the next night, oh, that article looks great. You either with me or against me. That's all I'm going to say.
Appreciate it, Tone. As always, he done brought up the good bishop. Much appreciated, Tone. As always, yeah, I think, and to those, to clarify with that thread, part of the reason I came on, Antonio talking about Bishop Swan, so I just want to address it really quick. I came on that thread because I don't like people who punch down. I don't like bullies. I hate bullies. And I saw what he said on the because somebody sent me a screenshot of what Swan said, the fire emojis under Tariq Nasheed's page, because I blocked Nasheed. But and I was like, that tells me who you are, but I already knew who you were. In terms of how Talib Kweli kind of checked you. But I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cause a problem. I'm just going to I'm just going to leave that alone, because I'm not going to do anything with that right now. But the thing is, then somebody sent me a link where he was basically, some other ADOS were in there challenging him on what he was doing. And, he wasn't just even answering, he was also retweeting what they were saying and saying, you don't want none of this. You don't want none, won't be none, and stuff like that, stuff that you wouldn't really expect from a man of God. And I said, well, answer this right now. Answer this video where Tariq Nasheed said, single mamas single black mothers shouldn't get any reparation because they give birth to a bunch of bitch niggas. That's what he said. I said, answer to this. I don't got to answer you. I don't got to who you think you. And so we went. It was a whole back and forth. I don't like bullies though. I don't like bullies. And those who see me online know that if I see somebody, especially a blue check, bullying an ADOS person, because that's what a lot of blue checks do, that I'm always going to come in and I'm always going to be like, hold, pump your brakes. That's just what I do. And nobody's actively trying to cause division. But the dude went on. I heard that he might have been in Tariq Nasheed's chat last night, and I don't know, like he wants to he you got to smoke people out and you see who they really are. See, we got to draw lines. A lot of people out here trying to fence straddle and stuff, and we got to draw lines. I don't know. The dude kept talking. I said what I said, and I moved on. He kept talking and calling me names and called me a brainless, scatterbrain, scallywag. He said a lot of 1950s insults. When were you born, child? But he said a lot of stuff. So I moved on, but he kept on doing that, and you're celebrating a man. Understand that what I tried to show him before we got into it was that you are highlighting a man who is divisive in every way possible, who makes puppets, does vile insults. What God do you serve, sir? And that's what I was trying to put.
Okay, that's enough of that foolishness. That's enough of that. So that's not even how it happened. All the stuff that she's talking about, it's pure fantasy. But when you trying to justify your nonsense, I mean, you got to say whatever. You got to say whatever's clever. Whatever kind of fits the narrative. But the reality is, Tariq put this tweet up. It's pinned to his page. I liked it and put 3 fire emojis under it. This is literally how this whole freak show got started. This is literally how it all happened. Now, I've been grown a long time. ADOS, Tone, Yvette, nobody else can tell me what tweets I'm allowed to like or not like. The insane thing is they then tried to say that because I liked that tweet, that I was then responsible for everything they don't like about Tariq Nasheed. Some foolishness about, him being against women and this and that. And the third. He's a grown man. If they want to question, his positions, ask him. But you're not going to make me responsible for what you don't like about him because of them 3 fire emojis. You're not going to attach me to anybody else's perceived behavior based on whether or not I like a tweet that's on their page. This is how ridiculous this thing is. This is how this whole debacle got started. And so Yvette is telling blatant lies. I was punching down. I was bullying. How was I bullying? I was minding my business. I like to tweet. Who am I bullying by doing that? No, but when you come at a grown man and then you decide you want to start calling him a grifter and, all this kind of nonsense because of that, and I clap back, then you want to switch the narrative and make yourselves the victim, like I did something to y'all, for defending myself. Come on, man. Y'all can't be serious. So then, Tone's on the phone with her. Either you're for me or you're against me. You can't be saying, why did you attack the Reverend one day and saying nice article the next day? Really, really, man. So in other words, your people can't criticize you when you deserve to be criticized and then compliment you when they feel like you deserve to be complimented? Is that what you're saying? That either they're for you or against you, which means they have to be complimentary to you at all times, that they are not allowed to jump off code and criticize you when they think your behavior warrants it. So in other words, you don't want a movement. You want to be a cult leader. You don't want to be questioned. You don't want your actions to be questioned. You want them to walk in lockstep with you. You want them to be little lemmings and robots that follow you blindly and rubber stamp and agree with everything you do or say, and there's no wiggle room for dissension, conflict, or disagreement. That's what you're saying, Tone. That's what you're saying. Either you can't tell me not to criticize the Reverend and then compliment me on the article. You're either for me or against me. That's what dude is saying. That's what dude is saying. You're either for me or you're against. Hey, let me play it again so y'all clear on what this dude is saying. Dude is saying that you cannot disagree with me as the ADOS cult leader. Can't do it. Can't do it. So that's what they're demanding from their followers. Pure D loyalty. No dissension in the ranks. You're for me or you're against me. That's it. That's all there is to it. Point blank, period. Leave me alone. And hey, that's basically what they got. They got themselves a little cult. They're not in charge of the descendants of slavery throughout America. They're not the leaders of all black people. They're not the leaders of the reparations movement. Others are allowed to work on reparations in their own way, as they have been doing for years. Others are allowed to speak their minds about black folks, the election, reparations, all of that. This whole notion that either you walk in lockstep with us or we're going to attack you. And right now they're fighting amongst one another because they want to beat down anybody that's part of their little movement who has the audacity to question them, which is absolutely ridiculous. So what Yvette did was get on her show and tell a bunch of lies. None of that, what she said, was true. Nobody was blue check bullying. Nobody was bullying anybody. Y'all saw what I did. It's right there. That's blue check bullying. That's bullying? Come on, man.